With 30 lanes of bowling plus billiards, dancing, and dining. It's where the atmosphere is cool retro and the menu is unexpected.
Welcome back to WD Magicast for the week of August 7th, 2022. This is episode 190. WD Magicast, the show about the mouse, the Marvels, and the galaxy and beyond. I am your host, Matthew Graykin. In this week's show, don't listen hungry, don't say I didn't warn you, we'll be reviewing, well overdue, our review about Everglazed Donuts, Splitsville, and Art Smith's Homecoming. We also will give you an overview of downtown Disney Springs, or Disney Springs as it is. Still getting used to the name. So we'll be back after these messages from our friends and sponsors. And now, on with the show. It isn't often that I get to do food reviews on this show. Unfortunately, it's something I want to get to, or unfortunately, it's something I don't get to often. It's something I want to get to more often. Either way. So, with everything else that Disney throws at me, I mean, that's one of the positives about Disney. There's always so much to talk about. But the negative is there's things I want to talk about, but they keep on giving me other things to talk about as well. So, this is a long time overdue review that I've been planning on and wanting to do for a while now. I am sitting down, finally doing it, and I'm not going to give you just one. I'm not going to give you two. I'm probably going to give you three food reviews. And to be able to do that, because it's not something I could take on by myself, I have to bring on someone that was there to experience it with me, who knows Disney food probably better than I do, because she is smarter than me, better looking than me, and yes, she happens to be my wife. So welcome back, Kim. Thank you for coming back on. And like I said, this is something that has been long overdue.
Well, thank you for having me, I guess. Yeah, this has only been a year in the making, and I think we did try to record at one point, and it didn't take, so I guess take two.
Yes, the lost episode literally is lost because of the hard drive of the computer. So, yep. So we while we were down in Disney World, the wonderful people of Everglazed had us over. We actually they had us over at Everglazed. They provided some donuts
Sweet treats and
coffee.
coffee.
For us. Heather, thank you so much for treating us. I'm sorry it's taken us so long to talk about this. Your hospitality has not been forgotten. She also helped us introduce us to Splitsville, which we will talk about as well, and recommended to us, and we took advantage of Art Smith's Homecoming. So I know we touched on some of these in our trip review, but I really want to give them the proper deep dive discussion that they deserve. They are all three of them enjoyable places. I spoiler alert, I recommend them. So I guess we'll start with the main one, Everglazed. And if you want to go back, because I had the honor of talking to Mike Crave, the manager of those places, go back, way back, April 7th, 2021, to episode 129, talking Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew, where I got to speak to Mike Crave himself and about how Everglazed came about during a pandemic. Of all things, they decided to open up a brand new place there. So go back, listen to that one, and also enjoy about the deliciousness that is Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew. So the question is where to start with this.
Well, let's talk about the spot first. So obviously it's located downtown in Disney Springs. It is kind of located on the west side. It is kind of tucked into a little corner there. It's not too far away from the M&M world, but it is tucked away in that little corner there. So you would miss it if you weren't either looking for it or knew that it was there.
Off the one garage, I believe, right?
Yeah. I can't remember if that was the orange garage or not, but
being that we have very little experience with the garages, unfortunately,
we took transportation, so I don't really remember which garage it was, but it is on the west side. It's closer to the Coca-Cola store. It's near M&M, the M&M shop, so it's over in that area over there. But it is like a little shop on the side. It's located on the side. It does have a little bit of a small eating area on the inside, and then does have an eating area located outside the shop as well. It's kind of cool. Before you walk into the store, they have this opened window of like watching production of them making the donuts. Which is really cool. I know the kids kind of enjoyed watching them make the donuts when we were there that one day. We were watching them go through and starting to ice them and everything. So that's kind of a cool thing to do as a kid. Don't know how to do that. Okay.
So you walk in, as you're walking towards the restaurant from the main walkway. The kitchen is pretty much, it's got a glass wall, so you get to look in and get to see what's going on. The people at work, they're not every moment of the day making donuts, but every so often they're making. That's how fresh the donuts are. They are made right there on spot location, not on some off kitchen somewhere. It's made right there in the facility, and you see them making it. And these are large
Yes.
donuts. If I remember, I think he said like half-pound donuts, or
they are at least they were quite big.
We're not talking Dunkin' Donuts Krispy Kreme.
No, they were
Edmonds
definitely
donuts. These are
they were definitely larger than a regular Krispy Kreme or a Dunkin' Donuts donut. And then add all the stuff that they put on them, makes them even larger. Like I said, when you walk in, it's like a traditional like Dunkin' Donuts type situation where it's got them all out on rack, so you get to see what kind of, donuts you want and what you like. So you can, pick and choose. They do have a couple specialties. They have a donut grilled cheese, which is a glazed donut with cheese on it. I did get to try that. And I think my daughter got to share it with me, and we both really enjoyed it.
Someone missed out on that one.
Well, us cheese connoisseurs kind of grabbed it and just kind of finished it. As both my daughter and I are cheese lovers, it didn't last. And then we did get a box of 6 donuts. I don't remember what all their names are now, but I can remember that there was an Oreo one. There was a bacon, like a caramel bacon one.
I think it's maple.
It was a maple bacon, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we had, obviously, I think they're one of their like specialty ones is their Fruity Pebbles. And I think we also tried a lemon based, a Reese's peanut butter based one, and then I think it was just like a double chocolate, I think.
So you've got the Oreo, you got the maple bacon, and I also got the traditional rainbow sprinkled one because
wasn't that the part of your cold brew?
I got the peanut butter cold brew, but since I was getting the peanut butter cup, we got it in the with the selection. I got the rainbow sprinkle on top. You can pick your donut apparently on top of there, and so I got the donut on top of the coffee. So yes.
Yes,
so
and then
you got a bonus donut.
I just got a caramel cold brew, which I thought was really, really good. It was nice. It was refreshing. I know the day that we were there, it was very, very warm that day.
It was Florida hot and muggy.
It was Florida hot and muggy, yeah. So it was really, really hot. So the cold brew was really, really refreshing. I do like coffee. I know Matthew does not, so it was more for me than it was for him. But I enjoyed it. It was very, very refreshing. It was smooth. So I thought the coffee was great. Adding the little donut on top is a cute little twist to it. Again, the only thing that that I'm not crazy about that type of stuff is only because then it makes everything sticky. So that's the only thing with that. I would recommend if you're probably going to do a donut on top of a coffee, maybe it not be 95 degrees, to not have the less stickiness. But otherwise, I know that I didn't have all 6. I didn't try all 6, but I know I did try a bite of the Oreo one, and that one was fantastic. The Fruity Pebble one I know I had a bite of, and the Reese's one I know I had a bite of. And all 3, I know that they were really, really good. I know our son tried the bacon one. I think he ate the bacon off of it.
Maple double bacon, that's what it is.
Yeah, I know he really enjoyed that one with the bacon on it. So, I mean, like I said, their donuts were really, really good. I did think that the Fruity Pebble ones was like really, really sweet, like overly sweet. So if you're not a sweet type of person, I wouldn't recommend that one because the icing was so rich on it. It was very sweet.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, if you think you and Callan love Fruity Pebbles. I'm not because of how sugary it is.
Mm.
And so if you go with if you're familiar with Fruity Pebbles and how sugary Fruity Pebbles is and how sweet it is on its own, now you add it to basically a glazed donut with vanilla icing. So just prepare yourself for that. If you like sweet, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not as big into sweet, then that's something to be just to be mindful of.
Go for something a little bit more richer, like the peanut butter or even the Oreo was really, really sweet as well.
The cookies and cream, yeah, it's which is a vanilla iced donut,
yeah.
Oreo cookies, pieces, vanilla frosting topped with a whole Oreo cookie.
Yeah, I mean, it was delicious, but it was, like I said, it was very, very sweet. So, I would take these more as a dessert than a snack. I wouldn't necessarily. It might be something that you might be able to spread out over a couple days and have a couple bites here and there. I'm not necessarily sure that you would be able to eat all of these. Like eat these donuts are so big. I don't know necessarily that you'd be able to eat the whole thing in one day. Um, so definitely maybe like, maybe eat half one day and half another.
I would
But
dare to say they're about the size of a softball.
yeah, I would agree.
Not
Yeah,
not
I
in
would agree
height,
with
but
that.
in width.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh,
I know that there was a lot more options that we could choose from, and I know we couldn't, try them all.
yeah, we
Um,
did not try the purple glazed ube. I was tempted to. We didn't try that. But we did have the coconut one.
yeah, I think that's the one with the yellow glazed on it. And that was pretty good too. I think, or at least it looked good. I don't know if I tried a bite of it, but it looked
Yeah,
really
because
good.
we had the cookies and cream, the peanut butter explosion, um, the maple double bacon,
Mm-hmm.
the Mounds coconut dream. I believe the other one was the Brooklyn blackout, which is a chocolate glazed donut, chocolate icing, mini mint chocolate chips, chocolate buttercream, and a chocolate wafer cookie.
It sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah, that looks like to be the one other one, and then the fruity pebbles, and I think that's all of them.
Yeah, those are all the ones that we got to try. Like I said, they were really good. I know that they do, don't they? They offer the chicken sandwich there too, don't they?
They have the funky chicken. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
when we go back, that's one of the first things I am ordering. I am
it's the
ordering
funky
me
chicken.
some funky chicken.
Well, not for nothing though, but we did go early in the morning. We were there for like, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning. I don't know if I was ready for chicken at 9:30 in the morning. But
No, with everything else that we're having, again with how hot it was, it did make it a little challenging.
yeah, it did. It made it a little challenging to kind of eat it because it was just so hot. I know for what I did have between the grilled cheese thing and chance sampling a couple of the donuts, I know later on I was a little nauseous walking through Disney Springs from all the sugar and everything and it being just that hot that day. So just remind yourselves that if you're going out there and it's 90-degree hot, maybe take it to go home.
Yeah,
um,
it's um, if you have the option to bring it back to your hotel, you get the half dozen or dozen donuts, and it's definitely something unless if you have a big party with you that are big donut eaters, it's a great little celebration, great get together. It's a nice way to top off an evening at Disney Springs. If it's something that you're doing like on a Sunday morning for donuts, do it, get it, bring some back with you, and like we said, savor it throughout the day because these things are really good. They're really big, really delicious. Um, they can fill you up quickly. So
yeah, they're great.
there's something to keep in mind.
Hmm.
But they are very moist, very soft, kind of melts in your mouth type of donuts.
Yeah, I mean, if you're definitely a, Florida resident, and you're maybe having like, a get together or a girls' night in or something like that, it would definitely be a great spot to go to get a dessert for that night. Definitely for things, for people to try and sample, it'd be a great little dessert to bring.
Indeed. And something else to keep in mind, since we've been there, they now offer donut holes.
Hmm.
So we will have to go back and try those out as well. You
Hmm.
got the fries, you got the donut holes, um, the cold brew that I had again, as my wife nicely pointed out, I am not a coffee person, but this is how dedicated I am to you, the listeners. I had a big cup of coffee. I drank the whole thing of coffee. So that alone should tell you how good this coffee is. Like I said, I don't like coffee, but this was a peanut butter cold brew. and it was really good. If I finished it, then yes, it's the Reese's Nitro iced beverage. Normally you would get the peanut butter explosion on it. Like I said, we got that separately, so I just topped it off with a nice, delicious rainbow sprinkle.
Mm. Well, and then for anybody who is there currently now, and if you listen to this in the next week, before the 14th, they are offering what they call the Citrus Dream Donut. Like I said, it's going to be offered till 8/14, and it's supposed to be part of the Flavors of Florida. And it is a orange glazed donut topped with white buttercream, orange icing, and an orange gummy. With a fresh mint leaf as they pay homage to a creamsicle. And they're also saying they suggested to pair it up with their orange lemonade with sweet cream foam. So they're, like I said, they're open at 9 a.m. every day, and it's available through 8/14. So if you're listening to this and you want to try it, it looks yummy, so I would definitely go out there and get it before it's gone. I wish you were there to try it because it really does look good.
They've had a number of specialty donuts pop up every so often, and they all look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned to, if you want, pay attention, particularly on their Twitter account and Instagram. They're constantly putting stuff up. They're very active on there, showing off the different things that they have. So pay attention to there. On Twitter, I try to retweet as much as I can of their stuff because I like them. They are really good people. They have really good food. So that's why I recommend trying out their stuff. Again, particularly if you like donuts. If you're not a donut person, but you're a coffee person, then you still have something to go for. If you're looking for a unique sandwich, again, good place to go. So there's a variety. They're not just a donut place. You have a variety of things you can get there. Yes, a lot of it is donut centric. They're based, the grilled cheese is a donut, the funky chicken is on the donut, but it's a large chicken sandwich. So it's a lot of variety, and now they have French fries too. But it's, like I said, it's freshly made. Everything is fresh, made right there in the shop. If you are an old-time downtown Disney person, Disney West Side, this used to be the guitar store right next to the Virgin Megastore. Which the Virgin Megastore now is Splitsville, and the guitar store is Everglazed Donuts. So that's kind of give you a perspective of where it is. So if you remember where those are, that's where these are.
Yeah, you want to, and then to go into that with Splitsville, what an amazing little place that was.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. So we were there with friends and family. I think all 8 of us bowled, or at least 7 of us bowled at least. And, the lanes are smaller than a normal
I want to say
alley.
Certain ones.
Well, I know the alley that we were on, it was a little smaller.
Yeah, the ones that we were
in the upstairs bay.
If you're a big-time bowler, you may say, oh, wait, these aren't the full regulation lanes. You'll be fine. Trust me, you'll survive. If you are, I had no problems on them. Not that I'm a big-time bowler. But Dave, who you know from the show, was a big-time bowler, and he was, saying that the lanes were a little off. I think the downstairs lanes seemed bigger to me whenever I was walking around.
Yeah, I agree. They did seem to be a little bit bigger than the upstairs ones. Like I said, we were upstairs. So, there was 8 of us to one little bay, 7 of us, I think, or 9 of us actually. 9 of us, 7 of us bowled. We had our own private, best name I can call him, like a concierge waiter. I don't know if I would call him a
waiter.
I guess he was a waiter, but they catered to anything that we needed. Anything that we needed for the alley. If we needed food, they got us drinks. Anything that we needed, they got for us while we were there. We all had
We did
kids
pay for
had.
our own drinks. Just I want to put that out there.
Yeah, we did pay for our own drinks, even though Everglazed did wonderfully comp us our bowling, but we did pay for our own drinks and food. All the adults did get an alcoholic beverage, which I had. I don't remember what it's called now. I guess I could look it up, but I know I had the Dole Whip drink.
I know which one I had. I think I had the Miami Vice.
That sounds right.
I had the Miami Vice. That was good. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the menu here. The appetizers. We did get the fries.
We did get fries. They were good.
It is the cone fries, right?
Yes, it was the cone. It was definitely the cone fries.
Yeah, it wasn't the loaded fries. It's the cone fries. Those were very delicious.
I think Dave got the Big Wave Dave.
Yes.
I want to believe that he got that, and let's see. I don't see the one that I had. I had the one with the Dole Whip in it. Maybe they don't have it anymore. Oh, that's so sad. It was so good. Well, they do have one with the strawberry Dole Whip in it now. Oh, that's so sad.
Wait, Dave. Yeah, I got the Miami Vice, which was a pina colada and a rum runner. Or as they describe it, if a pina colada and a rum runner had a baby, this would be it.
It was good. I tasted yours. It was really good.
Yeah.
But again, I had the one with the pineapple Dole Whip with it. Like I said, I'm not seeing it currently on their website, so maybe they don't have it at the moment. But I guess if it does pop back up again, I would definitely try it because it was really good. I think if we weren't heading over to have dinner shortly thereafter, I may have gotten another one. It was that good. And that's why we actually didn't have food there, is because we were headed to dinner after that. But we did have the fries, and they were really good. They were crispy. They were the right amount of salt. I know the kids liked them, so they were really, really good.
What I was surprised at, and I remember the place as the Virgin Mega Store and how big it was.
Yeah.
There is a lot besides the bowling. There's also billiards, a pool. I forget now at this point. But there tables of those sorts around.
There was at least 4.
Yeah.
There was at least 4. There was 4 pool tables. There was a huge giant bar upstairs, and I believe down, and then the downstairs there's some eating areas as well, like because there is a restaurant in there.
Bar areas,
which we have heard really good things about the food there. That the food at Splitsville is really good if you wanted to go there for dinner as well. And like I said, I think you know what, I know the bowling on the other hand can be a little bit pricier than maybe you would at home.
But you're not getting the experience.
Correct. A lot of it is about the experience and, actually just being able to go out there and have some fun. So
there's something about bowling with a Mickey or Minnie etched into your bowling ball that just gives you that
little Mickey magic.
Just like how food tastes better when it's Mickey shaped, bowling is better when it's Mickey shaped or has Mickey on the ball. I really, for some reason, it didn't dawn upon me when we were bowling, but the lanes that we were on top of the M&M store. So we were bowling basically on the second floor of the M&M store, which I didn't realize till later when we went into the M&M store that was the case. But there's a lot of nice nooks and little outcroppings and places to sit in this facility. It's not just wherever you're sitting, you're in front of a bowling lane. It's not one of those. This is a restaurant that has bowling lanes and has billiards and has some other things going on in it. It's a really nice location for multiple things. There was, when we walked in, there was live music playing outside. I don't know it was some local guy who played really well. They were very picky on their performers, and some outside live music, which just added to the atmosphere. It's a very cozy type of location. It's just has a very warm and welcoming feeling to it. That it's a place where if you want to go and just hang out for a bit with some friends, with some family, this is a great spot to go.
Yeah, especially if you're tired, you've been walking the parks for a couple days, you just don't want to do something different. Or maybe it's a rainy day and at the parks and it's just like, okay, we have nothing to do because it's raining, we don't want to go into the parks. This is definitely a great option for the family. They are opened 7 days a week. It looks like, and from I just looked it up. So the billiards have a $16 per table per hour charge, and
As of
then
this recording.
Well, yes, as of this recording, and this is on their website as well. Monday through Friday, it is from opening till closing. It's $20 per bowler, and then at 4 p.m. to close, it's $24 per bowler, and then on Saturday and Sunday, all day is $24 per bowler. It looks like 1 to 2 bowlers get an hour, and then it proceeds to go up depending on how many people in your party. But if you have 7 or 8 bowlers, you do get about an hour and 45 minutes for the lane. And like I said, you do get a waiter / concierge that will get you anything that you need as far as food, drinks. If you did want to go and do some billiard times, they'll hold your lane for you while you go do that. I mean, anything that you wanted, they'll accommodate for you. So, like I said,
the service was really, really friendly.
Yeah, I mean, they got us anything that there's TV, when you're bowling, there's also TV lanes above you along with your scoreboard. So we were able to put on, I want to say that maybe there was football on or something on that night, or we wanted a game on or something like that, and they were able to put it on for us.
Some preseason stuff going on.
Yeah, maybe there was some preseason stuff going on while we were there, so we wanted to put that on. So they were accommodating of putting on whatever onto the TV that we want. So, that's also something, fun to do. Maybe there is a game, whatever type of sports you're into. If there's a game on, you can go there, watch the game, do some bowling, eat some good food. It's a nice night out with, friends and family. So I would definitely take the advantage of trying to go there and do it. And I wouldn't even say this is a one and done either. I think it's definitely something that could be either done while you're there on vacation, or either if you are a local and you just want to go out one night and have a fun night with friends. I think it could be used for multiple different things. So
something that you mentioned, and I want to bring emphasize, is that where a lot of bowling places you pay per game, this you're paying per hour or time frame. So say you pay for the hour. You can do 2 if you're really fast, if there's a small group of you and you get through it fast. 2, 3 games, however many games you want in that hour. Mm-hmm. So you're not limited to just one game for that amount of price. Where a lot of your traditional bowling place, you pay, I'm going to pay for one game, and however long that game takes. It takes you 20 minutes to bowl a game. Again, I'm not the avid bowler, so I can't tell you exactly how long sometimes bowling takes. But you can play multiple games. You're not limited to just playing one game in that time frame. You get your shoes, of course, everything there. They have plenty of bowls to choose from. So you have everything you need right there. If you want to bring your own bowling ball, I don't think there's anyone to stop you. But it is, again, a very nice, very clean facility. And again, it's paid by time and not play.
I don't remember if we played 2 or 3 games, but
I think we did at least 2.
I think we did 2. I want to say that I think we did at least 2. But I mean, I know the kids had fun. I know they probably could have done a whole nother round. And I think we actually left with time allotted left.
Yes.
If I remember
just because
correctly.
We had to get to our next location.
Correct. But I think we did leave with some, I know, because I know when we were leaving, the guy's like, oh, well, you still have time. And it's like, well, unfortunately, we have dinner. But but we did, we did have, we still did have a lot of time left that we probably could have done a whole nother game. But like I said, it was great. We had a great time. I mean, the kids had a great time. They loved that their balls had Mickey and Minnie on them. I think that was like a little extra little twist. And they do have lighter weight balls for the younger kids. If you do have younger kids in your party, they do have lighter weight balls for them to be able to lift. Our son at the time, I think he was 5, so he definitely needed a lower weight ball to be able to lift up. And
they found a Mickey one that was his favorite color, green, and that was perfect. He loved it. And they do have the slides.
Yes, they do. Yep, they have the slides too as well to help them kind of guide the ball. And I think too they were able to put the bumpers up for them. So it was like the adults. So when the adults would bowl, the bumpers would go away, but then when they came out, the bumpers would come out.
When it was there, yes.
Yeah, they can program it to do that as well too. So that was a nice little treat as well. So like I said, we really enjoyed it, and it was a really great experience from start to finish. I would definitely, the next time we have a long trip like that, I would definitely do that again.
Yeah, especially if you're timing, going to be spending some time downtown. You have a free day, and looking for something to do. Especially if you're doing a free day in August, and you don't want to be hanging out outside in the wonderful Florida heat and humidity. Indoors, air conditioning, still have a good time. There you go. Have some good drinks, have some nice food. Again, just a warm, friendly, inviting atmosphere. Even for a larger building, it still felt very homey. So that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess we should end off with homecoming.
What a way to end off.
Yeah. Well, save the best for last. I mean, not that either one of them, were bad at any concern. It's just that, we did not go to Art Smith's after bowling that night. We did end up going to T-Rex that night. And that was really just more for kid entertainment. But we did go back to Disney Springs another night. I think it was like our Animal Kingdom day, that we, went back to Disney Springs. We went just to go to homecoming, actually. It was something when we were planning our Disney trip, it was the one restaurant that I really, really wanted to go to. I had 2 that I really wanted to go to, and that was one of them. And when we were able to get a reservation for all 9 of us, I was quite thrilled that we were able to go and experience it, because I had read a lot of reviews on it. Obviously seeing pictures of the food, and it just looked amazing. And, for me, I'm not a chicken girl. I'm not your typical person that says, yes, let me go out and eat fried chicken. I'm just not. I'm not a chicken person. So I'm more of your meat and potatoes girl. So, but the fact that I wanted to go try fried chicken was a little strange, but yes. It just looked really that good. So we went, and actually as we were getting there, taking the bus from with the Caribbean beaches where we stayed, to the thing, it poured. it was literally downpouring buckets. But we had gotten there and the rain had just stopped, so which was great. We did have to wait a little bit. Even though we had reservations, we did have to wait almost a good, an extra 45 minutes or so to get our table.
Yeah, they were a little backed up. So we ended up having to wait. Most
but
of
in
the
the
waiting
end,
is outside. There is a bar outside to help keep you occupied in case you had to wait. There are some covered areas. There isn't too much, just to keep that in mind. But take it from me, the wait will be worth it.
Yeah, and actually in the end we ended up getting a really good table, like pretty much center of the restaurant.
I think that was probably part of the reason why we had to wait that much longer, is because we were such a large party.
Probably. We were a party of 9. We were a party of 9.
It is an open kitchen restaurant, kind of like California Grill.
Yeah, and we were, like I said, we were right smack in the middle of the venue, and we were able to see into the kitchen and see everything. So that was kind of cool to be able to see the plates come out and watching them plate the food. But it was really, our waiter was great. Very, very, very charismatic cast member. Very excited about his job. Very excited to have us try things. Kind of gave us, reviews on what we should eat. Try with this, try with that. Yeah.
To try the different things and explaining everything. Very knowledgeable of the each menu item.
I know my daughter and we kind of shared the fry. I don't remember the name of it, but it was the fried chicken where we got the fried chicken, the mashed potato, and I believe the donuts. So I think that we got it. So it was the 3-parter. So I think it came with two fried chickens, I think a breast and a wing, maybe, I think I asked for 2 breasts because we were sharing it. So he
fried
did a
chicken and donuts.
Yeah, it was fried chicken and donuts. So, but you did get a side. You got the mashed potato, you got donuts, and then I believe I asked for 2 breasts since me and her were sharing it.
Yeah, 2 pieces of Chef Art's famous fried chicken served with house-made sugar donuts and a choice of side. Current retail $30. Again, we paid for this entire meal ourselves.
Yes. And then we did order, me and her also shared a side of the macaroni and cheese. As I said, my daughter and I are cheese connoisseurs, so yes, we got macaroni and cheese. That I could have just eaten that. That was amazing. The macaroni and cheese was good. The chicken was so crispy. It was just, even the mashed potato was it was fluffy. It was a little bit of buttery to it. Just, it was really, really good. There wasn't like chunks of potato in there. It was really nice and creamy and soft. I don't like chunky mashed potatoes, so it was I mean, like I said, I think, it was like, actually it was kind of funny. It was like, we got our drinks and we were all around talking around the table about what we were going to do the next day, and what we were enjoying about the trip so far, and then everybody got their meals, and then and it was like the table went quiet.
And when the food is good, when there's no one talking.
No one was talking. And if anything, any sounds were coming out of anybody's mouth, it was like moaning. Moaning of goodness. So food is good when all of a sudden the talking just stops and everybody was just eating. So and I still say to this day, out of all the meals that we had on that 9-day vacation, that was the best one. By far, hands down, the best restaurant we went to out of the 9 days. It was just, the whole experience, I mean, even with the 45-minute wait, was worth it. The food was amazing. The drink that I had was amazing. The dessert we had was really good. The service, I could not. I mean, probably the only complaints I have is obviously pricing of food, but because everything in Disney and everything in general in the world is expensive.
It's Disney.
Yeah, but
it's Disney prices.
But even then, but even with the $140 something bill, I think I paid for the 5 of us, is still cheaper than me going to a character breakfast. So in the end, I guess I'll take it.
Not only is it cheaper, the amount of food that we got.
Yeah.
The
it was a lot.
Mama's mac and cheese is almost shareable as a side. The mashed potatoes, again, almost shareable as a side. I think we had the biscuits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The biscuits are not shareable as a side, because if anyone comes near those biscuits, we will stab them with a fork.
Order your own biscuits, because you will not want to share them.
No. The dumplings, right? Was it dumplings?
No, they were biscuits.
Yeah, the biscuits.
They were definitely biscuits. They were amazing, absolutely amazing. I know you only allowed me. I didn't have the biscuits because I got the donuts, and the donuts were really good. But I know you let me try a small little bite of your biscuit, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, it's a cheddar drop biscuit.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I had Art's famous fried chicken. It was highly recommended to me, and that's why I went with, which is described as a buttermilk brined for 24 hours, then perfectly fried and served with creamy mashed potatoes, a cheddar dropped biscuit, and love. And the emphasis is on love, because again, right now this retails for $32. You get 3 pieces of chicken. You get a leg, a thigh, and a breast. It's they're plump sizes. I started smallest to large, and the leg is basically a regular leg. The chicken is very tender. It's very it falls apart in your as you bite into it. It's very moist. Super moist, in a good way. And so that was good. I went to the thigh next, and very little bone in that. I was surprised, because I was expecting a lot more bone, but it's a lot more meat. And then get to the breast, there was just one kind of a T-shaped bone holding it together, and it was all meat, and it was fantastic, especially eating fried chicken and not having to worry so much about biting into a bone, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Chef Art Smith, thank you for figuring out that you don't need to have the bone to enjoy chicken. You want the chicken and not the bone, and you were able to make this miracle happen and still make it super moist, delicious, and hold up. And it's the batter is not overly greasy. It's not extra heavy. It's just balanced right, that it's crispy and crunchy, and enhances the flavor of the chicken that you're eating. Doesn't take away from it. It doesn't overpower it. There's such a balance to this art form that they present to you.
Like I said, my chicken was delicious, and like I said, I am not a chicken fan. I am one of those people that will eat it, but I need to drown it in something to just not have to taste it. That's how bad I don't like chicken. So I have like a gag reflex to it. It's awful. So for me to be able to eat a piece of chicken and not have to put any type of dipping sauce into it was a feat in itself. I did not require to have any type of honey mustard, did not require to put any type of topping on that chicken. It was that good. So I definitely could say I highly recommend it as is. It was crunchy. It was, the crust, the fried part of it was crunchy and it was good and it wasn't overly greasy or anything like that. It was absolutely perfect. And the chicken was delicious too. I mean, I don't know. It just, the whole thing was really good. And like I said, I did not need to put any sauces on it at all, which I normally do. So like I said, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I know our daughter, who is a chicken cheese and chicken are her two favorite foods. She couldn't even get over how good that chicken was. We definitely highly recommend it for that reason. Like I said, the macaroni and cheese was unbelievably good. And then I think we finished off our meal, if I remember correctly. I think we had the hummingbird cake.
Well, let's not forget that somebody had a grilled cheese, and even the grilled cheese was really very.
That's right.
That's right. And
That's
delicious.
right. He did. Our little guy had a grilled cheese, and I think he even liked it. Yes. But yeah, we had the hummingbird cake last, and if it was a pineapple based, right? It was pineapple banana cake with the cream cheese frosting is what which is
we had 3 desserts. We had ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had, let me reference them here. So one was a chocolate cake and one's a vanilla cake.
We had the hummingbird cake. I know me and you shared the hummingbird cake, and that was the pineapple banana cake with the cream cheese frosting. Dave and his wife and the family had the chocolate cake.
Yes.
And then the kids had ice cream. So I remember Dave saying that he thought the chocolate cake was really good. He did say it was very rich, but he did say it was very good. I don't think they finished it because it was so big. They give you such a big piece. Even between, I think, the 3 of them, I don't think that they finished it. It was that big.
These are not small slices of.
No.
If you're from Jersey and you know what diners, how they serve you the cake, and you almost need a ladder to get to it, that's the type of cake that they're serving. It is multiple layers. The chocolate cake has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And the vanilla one has 3 extra big layers.
And I think it came with a side of ice cream too, right? Didn't it come with a side of ice cream?
Maybe.
I think it did. And it like I said, it was very, I mean, there was the 5 of us or 6 of us try sharing it. And I think we did finish the hummingbird cake because there was so many of us sharing it.
Yes.
But
where they had the chocolate, was it the chocolate pecan pie?
I don't remember. I know they had a chocolate. No, it was just like a chocolate cake that they had. It was just a chocolate. It was just like a double chocolate cake. I don't remember the name of it, but it was definitely a chocolate cake. I remember that.
It was the chocolate pecan pie cake. 100-year-old tradition. Smith family farm recipe served with a scoop of vanilla, because there is pecans on top of this cake.
Okay, so then it was, but I do remember Dave saying that it was really good, really moist, but very rich, like rich tasting. I guess the icing was really rich. So, and there was the 3 of them sharing it, and I do remember they did not finish it because it was that big. But it was.
The thing is, it's almost the size of the plate.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, and think about it. If you had all this delicious food, your chicken, your mashed potatoes and your biscuits and mac and cheese and whatever else, everybody ordered, by the time to have that kind of big dessert, you definitely need to go to Art Smith's hungry.
Yes. So, just like this episode, don't listen hungry because you'll end up hungry.
You'll end up hungry, but definitely go hungry. Because you are going to be very, 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 very pleasantly surprised of how good it is. I'm still a big fan. I would go back in a second. I wish we'd get one here in New Jersey. That's I'll champion it if you come here to New Jersey. But it was that good. So I would definitely recommend it to everybody who's listening. Definitely try it. If you're going to downtown and you definitely want to. They do offer a brunch on the weekends only. So you could kind of get the best of both worlds, where you get to try a little bit of their breakfasts that they offer. From what I hear, it's really, really good. And then from what I hear, I'm not a deviled eggs fan, but from what I hear, if you're a deviled eggs fan, they are to die for. So if you're there over a weekend and you want to go to eat, try to go for a brunch on the weekends.
If you don't know who Art Smith is, he was Oprah's private chef for many years,
correct.
and he's cooked for many celebrities, and he's a top-notch chef. I mean, just to show you the class of the guy, he has a sign in front of the place that says, "Welcome home, y'all. We are delighted to welcome you back to dinner and shine. Your health is our top priority, and we have taken great care to serve you safely. Come on in." He is a wonderful chef. He's a Florida native, and that's why he's very Southern style cooking. It is very much like what he grew up on, and that's what he wanted to serve, and that's what he does serve, and it's spectacular. Anyone I've talked to, and they say, "Oh, we're going to Disney." I'm like, make sure you go to Homecoming. Book Homecoming. Worry about anywhere else later. That should be your top priority.
Yep, definitely. If you're going to a downtown night, or you have an open free night, and you're looking for something nice to do for dinner, I definitely recommend it. It definitely, put it on your must-do list. Don't miss it. It definitely is worth it. Especially if you're a fried chicken fan. If you like fried chicken, and you want to have a sit-down meal, definitely go do it. I mean, and I do believe if you, they do take walk-ins as well. So if you're getting there for lunch or something, maybe if you get there as they open up for lunch, you might be able to get a seat pretty quickly, and not have to wait. So definitely try to do that if you can't get to dinner reservations. But, we were able to get a table of 9 on our 60 days out. So, and I do believe too, if I'm not correct, you can also book Chef Art Smith's through Open Table. So if you have the Open Table app, you can reserve your seat through them as well as Disney Dining. So, because I was looking at that as an option as well if I couldn't get tickets through Disney Dining, but we were able to do it, so I didn't need to use Open Table. So if you do have the Open Table app, you can get it through them as well. So I definitely recommend you definitely try them. And like I said, we had a great experience all around. I mean, there's not a bad thing I could say about the place, so definitely try it, so, I would, like I said, definitely take it. And you know what, even to go downtown, have dinner, come out, all around Disney, Disney Springs, there's live entertainment in multiple different spots all around that area, where there's music playing and live entertainment, different sounds, different groups. Over by the boathouse, you can take the I forget the name of it, but it's the little car that goes in the water.
The Amphicar, yeah.
The Amphicar. You can do that with the family, and take a ride around the lagoon, around Disney Springs. There's so much to do downtown now that it's not. I mean, yes, we all miss Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island was cool, as we were kids. It was fun, but they brought new life into it. There's shopping, there's dining, there's entertainment, there's bars if you just want to go grab a drink. If you're looking just for a little nightcap, you go over, you can go stand in line at Gideon's and get a cookie. And definitely have to try their peanut butter cold brew. And then maybe if it's a rainy night, like I said, no entertainment, go to the bowling alley and go have a nice round of round of bowling, and, beat your friends, but it's definitely it's a nice place to go. and unwind. If you spend all day at the parks and you're walking around trying to get from attraction to attraction, trying to get all that done, and you want just a little bit of like calm and relaxation, go for a nice dinner, walk around, listen to some nice music, and just unwind and relax and enjoy your vacation.
There's in addition to, and I want to bring this up for Splitsville, that they partnered with Cirque du Soleil for part of the animated evenings, which is you can choose from one of 10 Disney Spring restaurants, pay a prefixed menu price of $45 per person, tax and gratuity not included. You have 2 hours before, 2 hours after your Cirque du Soleil show, and you have dinner, you go see Cirque du Soleil, or you go see Cirque du Soleil, you have dinner. You can't get much more of a better relaxing evening than that. And like Kim was saying, there's such a life to Disney Springs at night. It's nice during the day to walk around. It's a nice shopping district. You got some restaurants, nice atmosphere, but it really, truly does transform at night in a way that Pleasure Island and West Side never did before. Like before, there was a nightlife, there was a party life to it, but this isn't like a party crazy college night out type of atmosphere. This is very contemporary, very mature type of atmosphere where it's very relaxing, very pleasant to walk around as with you by yourself, with your friends, with your family, with your loved one, your spouse, whoever, your partner, whoever it be, walking around downtown now, or Disney Springs, and just taking in the music. You turn one corner and there's the place playing this. There's music outside the boathouse, and you go down a little bit further to where Raglan Road is, and there's another music going on. And the music's not competing. Strangely enough, how they have the place set up, the music doesn't really compete with each other. It just flows from one place to the next.
Right. I mean, I remember sitting on the corner of like where Gideon's is, and there was Raglan Road to the right of it, and there was I guess it was a band playing over there, and then right across to the left, over by I guess that's the boathouse, right? Like, so it was the boathouse. They had a band playing over there, and you would think with the close proximity that they were, that you would hear kind of like like one sound, another sound, and you don't. They're, even though how close they are, they're that far apart that you did not hear one band over the other, or conflicting sounds. So it was really, like I said, it was really, really nice. It was nice to just sit on the corner there and listen to the band play over by the boathouse, and I think they were playing some 80s music, so I was all about that. So it was just nice to like just sit there and relax, and I think the sun was coming down at that time, so it was just nice to be there and unwind a little bit and not have the stress of having to get to attraction, and you would just sit there and relax, and then just see where the night takes you and see where you can. I mean, like I said, if you're a shopper, there's tons of places in downtown Disney that would satisfy probably everybody, from being Marvel fans, Star Wars fans, Lego fans, having, the World of Disney down there, and having every single type of Disney merchandise you could possibly find is there.
Watches, jewelry, you name it, there's a store probably for it. There's tons of different restaurants and to choose from. So you want something to eat, you want to do some shopping. There's such the nightlife is, like I said in particular, the lighting is soft and warm and inviting. It
is a little confusing to walk through, though. I will say that.
Yes,
it is a little confusing to walk from the west side over to the main Disney Springs area where the World of Disney and the Lego store and all that is, or like, and those I guess if you want to call it the old downtown Disney area, it is a little weird to navigate through it to figure out kind of like, okay, where am I now? Especially if you know the old layout, it is very different.
The old layout was very direct. It was basically a straight, relatively a straight line from
it's
Cirque
not a
on the
straight
one
line
side
anymore.
all the way down to rainforest at the other end, with just a little bit of curving and stuff in the middle. That's gone now, and there's a lot of, particularly where Pleasure Island was. There's a lot of, I almost want to call them pods. There's a group of buildings here, another group of buildings there, another group of buildings here, and you don't have that straight walk through. And plus, don't forget, they pushed the boundaries out. So they went into where the parking lot was, and took over some more of that real estate to build more shopping. So the footprint is actually completely changed from when it was Pleasure Island, Downtown Disney, and the West Side.
The only thing I will say, and this is really going to people who have not visited Disney World in a long time, especially, let's even go back 10, 15 years. If you haven't been there, and if you've entered, and if you know it, like if you enter into Disney from the entrance, from that downtown area where the Disney friendly hotels are, and
Hotel Boulevard,
Boulevard, and then you go into where downtown Disney is, Disney Springs. Your visions of what it used to look like and what it looks now is completely different. So
it's unrecognizable.
It's unrecognizable. I mean, I remember going back 25 years ago now when I used to be a Disney cast member and I used to work down there. What I used to remember what that used to look like and what it looks like today. I remember the first time, I want to say back in either like 2013 or 2017, whenever we visited and we took the bus, and I just like went, what? Like it was just, and it's not even that Pleasure Island was gone because I had already known that. It was just what I remember looking at downtown Disney and seeing the shops that were there and be able to see the World of Disney and to see out kind of past it where you could see the lagoon. You can't see any of that anymore. Now, unfortunately, it's all parking garages. So, and unfortunately, that's all you focus on is those parking garages.
Yeah.
So they take up very large amounts of real estate and space, and they do kind of ruin the atmosphere of Disney Springs.
They're not eyesores.
They're not eyesores, but they all, I mean, they were much needed.
It's not what you're used to seeing.
It's just not used to what you're seeing. So if you haven't been to Disney in a long time and you know what that area used to look like, just be prepared for the shock of like, wow, that is not what I thought it was going to look like. Again, knowing, like I said, I was a cast member. I used to have to drive down there all the time, and I used to have to park across the street and walk to the World of Disney every day. So I know what it used to be like to do that. And let me tell you, I used to put my life in danger every time I used to have to walk across that street. So I know what it's like and what it looks like. Those parking garages were much, much needed, especially Tuesday nights for cast member nights at Pleasure Island, where we used to get into free, and to find parking was like impossible. So it is definitely a much needed thing for those parking garages to fit and accommodate local Floridians and vacationers to in that smaller space. So just know that like the atmosphere has changed a lot. It does look different. To me, it kind of, I mean, and I guess that they're trying to more appeal the local life, to get more locals in there than vacationers. But either way, it is still definitely something, if you're planning your vacation, I would definitely recommend going down there. I'm not saying you have to spend all day there. It's not like an all day, like I got to get up at 9 o'clock and stuff like that, but it would definitely be something to go. Go check it out. Go to the couple different restaurants. Definitely go to Art Smith's. And do a couple of things that are there. Do try out some of the new cool spots that are going on and coming up around there. Like I said, if it's raining, go to Splitsville. Definitely try out Everglazed for dessert. With the donuts, they're fantastic. Or even if you wanted to, maybe pick them up before you're heading back to the car or your bus or whatever it is, how you're getting back to your hotel or your home, and save it for the next morning for breakfast. Definitely do that. And like I said, I know in our last one about our parks, we've talked about you definitely have to try Gideon's. Do not miss Gideon's under any circumstances. Check out his 6-pound cookies, whatever they are phenomenal. And then check out the shops. The shops are great. I mean, especially, this time of year when you're looking for, Christmas gifts and stuff like that, they'll have a lot of stuff that, you don't have to go into the parks for. It's a lot of it that is in the parks is now in those stores. So, definitely take a night out of it, go walk around, check out the shops. Check out the nightlife, even if you just want to go and have a drink and sit by a band and just listen to them play. It's just great. It's just a great night out.
There's something for just about everyone in Disney Springs now.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, even like our kids are on the younger side. I mean, at the time that we just went, they were 5 and 6. They were even enjoying the bands and listening to them play, so, there definitely, is something for everybody, I mean, whether you're going there, for a date night as a grown up, or you're going with your kids, they have the Lego world. You can go and take them and have them build Legos. And there is the ponds with the water fountains that they can run into. They do have the hot air balloon rides that you can take. So that's something fun to do as well. You can also, from Disney Springs, take the, what is it, that you go out in the boat. It'll take you to like Disney, Port Orleans.
Oh, the water taxi boats.
Yeah, the water taxi boats. So, I mean, if you just wanted to take a relaxing ride, even if you're not staying at Port Orleans Riverside, you could take the water taxi and just go and enjoy the lagoon ride. You get to see the tree houses that are up there. And I mean, even if you just wanted to take a relaxing ride, it's worth it just to take the ride and take the trip there and take the trip back. And
I always love that little boat ride.
Actually, I think that's one of the best boat rides, to be honest with you, just because of the views and everything that you get to see. It's a really nice little ride there. I kind of even like that one better than the one that you can take from the Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom. So I like this one a little bit better. So, I mean, like I said, it's just something relaxing to do. They do have a performing stage too over by right outside the World of Disney. They do have a stage there where sometimes they do have performances on like nightly on those stages. So that's another thing too, is look out for those types of things when you're going, seeing if there's an entertainment schedule up. There's a Ghirardelli's over there too, so you can grab ice cream. There is a Dole Whip cart outside there as well. And then, of course, if you wrap around, you have the Art of Disney, and you have the Christmas tree shops, for all any type of ornaments that you want. And I think there's a pin trading over there as too. If your kids are into pin trading, there is a couple of pin trading areas in that area as well.
There's still one pin trading building.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's covered.
It's an open air building.
It's an open air one, but it does have a roof over it. But yeah, it's kind of open. So there is it's quite spacious actually. Large pinch trading thing there as well. So like I said, so if the kids are into that, Make sure they bring their lanyards with their pins on it, and they could do some pin trading while they're there. But yeah, definitely like a great night out for the family. There's a whole bunch of stuff always going on there, so definitely check it out. I know on our next trip in November when we're looking, we're gonna have we have a day designated to go downtown to go see Cirque du Soleil. So that should be a fun night to see Drawn to Life, because we have not seen that yet. So we're excited about that, and looking forward to seeing what kind of I know Matthew's trying to talk me into going to the boathouse. So we'll see if we can get reservations for that. If not, maybe
it just comes with some recommendations.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we can get reservations for it. If not, we'll see where we'll end up going that night. We do have to take the kids into account of what they'll eat. So we'll see. We'll see where we end up. But I know Boathouse is on your list.
Oh yes, indeed. So we will be reporting back to you on those in due time. Hopefully in less than a year from the point that we experienced them.
Well, I would think we would do a trip in review. It'll be our 50. I would think we'd probably do it as our 50th review as we're heading down to see all the 50th anniversary stuff that's going on in Disney World right now. In honor of it being 25 years since I have worked there. Since I was part of the 25th anniversary in '96. So to go back to see it is quite nostalgic a little bit. So we'll I know we were there like kind of at the cusp of it, because we were there last August, so we were kind of there at the beginning of it. Hadn't started officially yet, but we did get to see the castle. We did get to see some things that they had started already putting into place for the 50th, but not everything. So it was just, so we did get to, at least I got to see the castle, so that was great, and that was just breathtaking. It was probably the most. I have to say that if I have to make one early review, the castle now as the 50th is probably the prettiest I've ever seen it. So definitely miles better than the Pepto-Bismol birthday cake.
Nothing says a castle like lightsaber turrets.
Yeah, Pepto-Bismol pink is just should not be anywhere near Cinderella's castle. But I get where they were going with it. It was fun, it was whimsical, but it just no. I guess it was odd because, like I said, I worked there 25 years ago. I had started, I guess, early August. So it was, the pink wasn't quite finished when I got there. So some areas were still being painted pink. And then there was one thing that had the lifesavers on it and one prong didn't. So it looked very, very weird. And then as the time went on and it got into October and November, and I since I got in for free, I frequent the park very, very often, either just to go to dinner or maybe to just hop in a ride or whatever. But I just remember walking in and seeing one of the lifesaver, they were deflated. And it's just awful. It was just awful.
Well, it didn't get any better from there.
No. So to see what they dreamt of now as the 50th, the colors of it and just with the 50th emblem on it, it's just breathtaking. It's definitely, you turn that corner coming out of the entrance under the train station, and you just see that castle, and it's like so it definitely is a teary wow moment. So that's my preview of the 50th. I just hope I don't have high expectations for anything else, but I will say that the castle did wow me. But as far as the nighttime show, I'm not so sure about that.
Well, we'll get to that in due time.
Well, we'll see. We have to see it first.
Exactly. So, in the meantime, thank you for joining me again on this Everglazed Splitsville Chef Art Smith review and a little bit of downtown. And we'll be discussing some more delicious and park things soon. Thank you again to my amazing wife for joining me on our review of Everglazed Donuts, Splitsville, and Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. My goodness, I hope it didn't make you too hungry. Have you eaten at these places? Let us know. Join the conversations on our social groups. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/WDMagicCast with a bunch of numbers after it. If you search up WD Magicast, you will find us. On Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, we're all at WD Magicast. You can also leave us a voice message through the Anchor app or Anchor.fm website, or record a message electronically on your smartphone, tablet, computer, and email it to email@WDMagicast.com. You can also email us with any questions or suggestions you may have to that address as well. Links to all these are in the show notes. I want to thank you for your time. I know how little time we all have these days, hence why this episode's out a little bit later than I usually try to get them out. The fact that we get to spend this time together, really means a lot to me. And the fact that you guys keep coming back time and time again, truly, truly appreciate it. If I could just ask, and I know I always ask this, but please go into the socials, share out a link to the episode, let people know that you're listening, tell them about the show, and please go on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave us a review. We have all 5-star reviews on both of them at the moment. Keep it going. We need more. I don't want to sound greedy, but the more reviews that we get on Apple Podcasts, particularly, the more they will promote the show themselves, and more people get to find out about it. The bigger this Disney family, the better. Walt believed in big Disney family, and so do I. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the show. This way you always know when new episodes come out and are posted. While you're at it, though, consider becoming a premium subscriber. Really, really help the show out. You can do this over at anchor.fm/WDMagicCast/support, or find our Patreon page, patreon.com/WDMagicCast. Really, really help the show out. Get some cool stuff there. Or you can also help the show out and get some stuff for yourself by checking out our merchandise shop, which has a sale going on at the moment. Make sure you check it out. Get yourself some cool WD Magic Cast stuff there. More things are coming soon as we reveal the new logo and things continue on forward. Because remember, this show is brought to you by listeners like you. Links to all these are in the show notes. In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaws are seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. Consider this the next time you feel broken. It's an unknown quote, but a very true proverb. Please, never give up, never give in. Be your own hero. Help is out there. Don't be afraid to ask for it. And don't be afraid to accept it. You are special, you are wonderful. There is no one else like you, and there is a reason for that, and it's a good reason. You are a good person. And I'd like to end this week's show with a quote, of course, from Walt Disney himself. People often ask me where we find our stories about animals. My answer is nature herself writes them. The wonders of nature are endless. Sometimes we can recognize ourselves in animals. That's what makes them so interesting. Again, that's Walt Disney. Thank you again for listening, everybody, and I'll see you next time.